Hello and welcome to another Grand Arena Championships. I'm Heathen13 and this is Season 19, Week 1, Round 2. We're trying to get readjusted to the 3v3 life, and with extra teams to put on defense and use on offense, it is feeling like a rough transition. Was able to get through my first opponent pretty cleanly, but I'm not sure that's going to be the case this time around. My opponent in this second match is named Glanton. So let's look at the matchup. As you can see with the hotbot, Glanton has a big old chunk of red on his side. So let's zoom in and take a closer look. All right, statistics wise, everything is in my favor, but I think there's quite a bit we can learn from these stats. Glanton is a good player, almost 600,000 lifetime banners. He signs up every time, plays every time. In looking at his in-game stats, I did notice he's made Kyber before, so good player, but he plays pretty defensively. He's got just under 1,500 offensive wins and just under 600 defends, more than 33%, and he only has 64 clears, which for being as successful as he has been, makes me think he sets at least some of his hardest teams on defense. Now when we look at our roster comparison, he beats me in almost every stat. He's got 300,000 more total GP. He's got a higher top 80 and top 65. He has 9 more Zetas than I do. And I only have a 1 speed advantage in our speed added to our top 80. I do have 11 more Gear 13 characters than he does. And he's got 17 more Gear 12s. But that's really the only part on this section that I have the advantage on. Looking at our mods, we're actually very close on total 6-dot mods. I have a little advantage there. I have 5 more of the plus 25 and above speed mods, but when we look at all of the other tiers, the plus 20, the plus 15, the plus 10, our numbers are really close. So I do have a little advantage on speed mods, but not very much. When we look at the relic breakdown, I do have an advantage in total relic levels, 194 to 177. You can see I've taken more of my characters up to tier 5, and he's kept the majority of his at tier 4. But the fact is, I have 11 more Gear 13 characters, and I only have a 17 total level relic advantage. So his average Gear 13, I think, out-relics me by a tiny bit. All right, looking at the meta character report, and we're even Steven. Both of us have Jedi Master Luke, but you can see his is faster than mine. And looking at our ships, we're also even here. We both have 7-star Negotiator and Malevolence. All right, let's take a look at his roster, see if anything stands out. So no surprise here, he's running Negotiator in Fleet Arena. He's running his JML in Squad Arena. This is a pretty standard team that you run with Jedi Knight Revan as lead and JKL, JML, Gas, and then Watt. His Watt's a little bit on the lower level, but he's obviously being successful with this. And based on his GAC history, he tends to set a very arena-centric JML squad on defense. So the majority of the characters that we're going to see here are related to unlocking JML, but he also has a good Sith Empire squad with Darth Revan and Malak. He's got a relic for Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. He's got the normal relics on Geobrute Alpha, Bosk, Grievous, Droideka, and B1. But then there's some characters that normally I would see at relics that are not, like Padme's not relicked. Bastila Shan is not relicked. Ahsoka is not relicked. So he has a very deep roster with a lot of Gear 12s, but maybe not as many of the top end teams, although he's got plenty. Now what I was expecting, based on his GAC history, was for him to set kind of an all-star Jedi Master Luke team, with Jedi Master Luke and Gas and Jedi Knight Luke. That's kind of what I anticipated. Now he didn't have Galactic Legend Luke last 3v3, so I was just basing that assumption on how he was playing his 5v5. And for 5v5, he had been setting Grandmaster Luke, Jedi Knight Luke, Gas, JTR, and Hoda, all in one squad in GAC. So I was expecting him to go full bore on that. I really debated on whether, when setting my defense, I wanted to set my own Galactic Legend Luke on defense to stop him and just know that I wouldn't be able to beat that, because he outmods me on his Luke and his Jedi Knight Luke and his gas. So I didn't think I could beat that squad, but in the end I decided if I'm gonna go ahead and attack and assume from the get-go that I'm not gonna get through that squad, I might as well give myself a fighting chance and bring my own Galactic Legend to try, and then just stack my defense so that hopefully he can't clear it. So that's what I attempted to do, and let me show you what the board ended up looking like. All right, in the bottom here, I set my Darth Revan. Again, my Darth Revan and Basti are both faster than his. I set a Hux team with both Kylos. I set my Jedi Knight Luke and a Shock Clones team. So I made this bottom section pretty painful to get through. I'm not sure that he can get through all of it. Maybe he can. We'll see. And then up top, to distract him a little bit, I put my Mon Mothma, my Grievous, this Palpatine with Marauder, and then my JTR up top. Now, if he does get through the bottom, I don't have a ton waiting for in the back. None of these squads are great. They're all just kind of annoying. This Rolo Cholo is trash. But this Poggle with the Sept droids is annoying and can steal banners. And so can the Newt, Jango, and Sunfact, and the Dooku with the Night Sisters. So 3 of the teams are kind of banner stealers, but they're not going to stop anyone, I don't think. But hopefully, he doesn't get through the front. Then in the back, I put my Home One and my Thrawn Empire. I saved both my Malevolence and Negotiator for your offense. I just don't want to have any hiccups with ships. I feel like there's so many squad battles. I would feel terrible if I were able to clear and then get stuck on ships. So at least for these first couple rounds, I'm not even going to mess with that. All right, so what did he end up setting? He threw me a little bit of a curveball. So rather than putting Jedi Knight Luke and Gas with Grandmaster Luke, he put them together with Hoda. And that's going to be a tough squad. I'm hoping my Vader counter will work for it, but I'm not sure. Then we have Karth, we have Lando with Biggs and Wedge, and then we have Basti, Jolie, and Old Ben. And the reason why Jedi Revan is not in that Jedi squad is because he did put Jedi Revan with Grandmaster Luke and GMY. So that's the team I have to try and counter now, and I'm going to go full bore to see if I can get that done. He also has a Padme team and a Tarkin Imperial Trooper team, and then his Grievous squad is down here, but it's not as good as I thought it was because he must have gotten relics on Grievous after lock. So that is a relief for me because now I think I should be able to clear it with my Night Sisters. All right, as much as I'd like to wait for tomorrow and let my opponent go first and see how he did so I can kind of gauge what I need to get done, I unfortunately need to go now. It's like 3 in the morning my time, but I'm not going to have any opportunity during work in order to get my battles done, so it has to happen now. Thank you, CG, for screwing up the scheduling on GAC. I would have normally gotten to do this Saturday morning, but yeah, stuck with it this way. So I'm hoping that my mind is still sharp this late at night and that I don't screw up too badly. I'm going to start down here on the bottom. I'm actually going to go after these other teams first and save the Galactic Legend for last because none of the teams I plan to use on these ones are going to affect that at all. So we'll start with the Grievous. We're going with Night Sisters here and crossing our fingers that it works. So here goes nothing. All right, the scary thing with this counter is that we don't have Zombie to soak up deaths. We just have DACA. The way I'm going to work it is I'm going to go after B1 first, try and get, but that Grievous is so low health that I've already got him down low. Okay, so I'm going to go after B1 and just get assists from the grave. And once Talzin dies, I will bring them both back. That B1 was the only one that was relicked. So now I can just keep assisting from the grave, building up DACA with health. And I get to bring him back again. And as scary as this maybe looked, it didn't feel that threatening at all. And we will get the 51, it looks like, and get away with using Night Sisters. All right, next is going to be this Padme team, and I'm going to use my preferred Traya with Thrawn. Now I'm a little worried here just because my opponent mods things really well. His Jedi Knight Anakin is going to hit really hard, but I'm hoping that I'm able to withstand that. If not, I'm going to have to come in and try and do a mirror match here with my own Padme and burn another squad. So hopefully this works. It usually does pretty well, but not always. So let's go ahead and give the turn meter over to Traya so she can isolate, and we'll pass that on to Nihilus. And then we'll go ahead and fracture Obi-Wan. Increase the cooldowns there, and then we'll start throwing against Anakin. Get rid of all those buffs. And that was unfortunate. She got the stun off. Alright. Ah, got it. So as long as Nihilus lives here, we will get the Annihilate off. And we'll refracture. And we'll get the Annihilate. There goes their threat. Now they still might take somebody out and do some damage here, but I'm confident this is going to be a win now. In fact, I'm going to see if I can't start healing up a little bit. And Padme actually is only gear 12, so I'm going to actually go after her now. Even though GK is going to keep taunting, that's going to be annoying. But let's get the fracture back up on him. And keep healing Traya. And you know what, let's just kill Kenobi. We won't get full banners here, but the fact that my counter here with way less gear is able to still work is wonderful. Makes me happy. Alright. Top off Traya, get the kill, earned another banner back. Okay, I think now is the time to do the Galactic Legend, because what I'm going to use for this Tarkin squad, I think, is my Han and Chewie, and that's probably an overkill. I mean, it's definitely an overkill. So before I commit to that, let's make sure I don't need to use it for a cleanup or some other kind of thing. Now the plan here is I'm going to use a really expensive counter. I'm going to use Jedi Knight Revan, Grandmaster Luke, and General Skywalker. Because I have Jedi Knight Revan in the leadership, he is going to make the whole team start with tenacity up, which means when my opponent, Jedi Master Luke, does his big AoE A-Flux thing, I should resist all those ability blocks and whatnot. And then when mine gets to go, he won't resist them. So that should give me the leg up I need in order to get this battle won. Cross our fingers, this could be the match. Alright, so his is faster, but I resisted it all. And now I'm hitting him with it. And I'm going to go ahead and mark down Revan. And we'll always call in gas. I should have put the armor shred on his Luke, and I didn't. That was a mistake. I think he just procced my savior. But let's keep calling them. Okay, so 3-on-1. If I can't win this, I am going to be frustrated. So we will just chug along here. Keep calling Skywalker. Do our best to heal up Revan, maybe, if we can. I guess that would be pretty greedy, honestly, if I'm trying to milk banners here. I just want to win. And another armor shred. Another ability block. Let's call Skywalker again. And there we go. Yes. 52. I will take it. Okay. I will fully acknowledge that was a super duper expensive counter for that, but it worked. What I'm going to do before I go after this Tarkin, and I know normally I want to open up the back first, I need to try to counter his Jedi Knight Luke gas squad because I really don't have a ton of options here, and I'm really hoping that I can get at least one of them down so that I can clean up if I need to. And that whether I need to clean up or not is gonna really tell me what teams I can use and can't use. So the plan here is to go after it with Piet, Vader, and Watt. Now Piet's gonna die for sure. He's just there for his leadership to slow them down by 15, which will give Vader just enough to be faster. So we'll put the weapons tech on Vader, and I'll go right into Merciless and try to take out Jedi Knight Luke. And then from there, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just hoping that I can kill more of them, hoping I can get rid of Gas. But if Gas, demolishes me, he does. We'll see. I've never done this counter, so cross our fingers that it works. This could also be a place that I got stuck as well. So there we go. Did that, and we actually get the second one, so I guess we'll put it on Piet. And then I was faster, so let's go ahead and do this on Gas. He can't counter me. And let's go with a throw. Yes, all right. So, and let's kill Kahota as well. So now we are just up against Gas. Again, he still might come and demolish us like that. Wow. But now we just have a solo Gas to get through. And I think I can do that. I hope I can do that. Okay. So I said I was going to use Han and Chewie down there, but I think I'm going to try and use Han and Chewie here. I think that's my best bet in getting through this R7 Gas, is just to take Han and Chewie, get the stun right off the bat with Han, and take him down without him ever getting an attack. I hope that works. I hope I pressed the right team. Let's make sure I did. So I'm going to go ahead and use this squad, and hopefully I can just wipe him out before he ever gets a turn. And then I will figure out what I want to do with the other team. Didn't get the stun. That's unfortunate. But got the kill. All right, nice. All right, so now I need to go back down to the bottom. I need to get through this Empire thing in order to open up the back to see what else is hiding for me. I'm really tempted to go in a little light here, and so I'm gonna try and hope it doesn't backfire. I'm going in with Fin Poe. My original Finn, my OG Finn, is only gear 11, and his team is faster than mine. So this could be a huge mistake. They could just wipe me out before I ever get a turn, but let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay, so far so good. Let's get rid of Gideon. And we don't need to heal yet. Maybe I should have took out Piet. I'm thinking I should have taken out Piet. I'm thinking I'm gonna lose this. Let's heal up. Oh. That was lucky that he didn't go after Resistance Hero Poe, or Finn rather. And I think we'll be able to get this done, maybe? Come on. Live, guys, live. Stun. Nice. That was very helpful. And a heal. That AoE is doing a lot more than I'd like it to. Inspired is good, so let's just shoot. And this is going to work. It was way more dicey than I'd like it to, but it was a pretty cheap counter by what I had left anyway. And so happy to be able to open up the back and see what's there. Only a 49, terrible banners, but through in one. Let's see what he has waiting for me in the back. And so a Newt team with Nest, Ewoks, Mon Mothma and some more Separatists and more Geos. Okay, I am going to need to take a second to make a plan, make sure I know what I'm going to use at each spot. So I will be right back, and then we will see if we can get this full clear. All right, I'm back, and I think I have a plan. I think I have a counter that should work on all of his teams. Let's see if that actually is the case. We're actually going to start with this Basti, Jolie, Old Ben squad, which is essentially a timeout team. And I'm going to take my bounty hunters against them with Bosk and Grief and Mando. And the plan is just to take it slow and disintegrate each one of them with Mando. So the only difficulty might be getting the contract up because, as you can see, Old Ben is taunting, and I want to hit Basti. So every chance we get, we'll switch over to Basti to get the contract up, and Mando can target out of taunt anyway. So we have to worry a little bit about Bastila's damage, but she is only gear 12, so hopefully not so much. And we do have the heals from both Bosk and from Grief. And I think just over time, we'll get the contract, and then as soon as we can, we'll disintegrate Old Ben, so he's not in the way anymore. And then we can take out the rest of them, keep our taunt up, play it safe. And what are we at contract-wise now? 90%. And this will finish our contract off. We will make sure we are looking good. Let's go ahead and even stun Basti so she can't get in the way. Oh, didn't work, but there's the disintegrate. Old Ben's gone. Yeah, timeout teams I think are just really ineffective because, especially in threes, they're just not, if you're going to do a timeout team, you're not going to have enough damage. And a team like this with Mando, you give it enough time and he's going to get to the contract. And the raid is going here. I'm going to be able to kill Bastila naturally and then turn around and disintegrate Bosk like that. Excellent. Alright, next up is this cart squad. This is actually the squad I'm kind of worried about a little bit. You know, cart sometimes surprises you. I'm going to use the leftover clones from my gas team that I stole gas off of, and we'll put Ahsoka on there instead, and we'll see if this works. I have the definite gear advantage. Hopefully it does. I'm not sure if it will. We'll try. Plus we have the we have Arc, so he's going to constantly be dispelling Zalbar's taunt, and so will Ahsoka for that matter as well. So there we go. Yeah, this is going to be fine. Because it will allow us to kind of just ignore Zalbar. Let's get rid of his taunt again. And take out Karth. Now, we're not going to get great banners, but it's going to be a win. And just like that team was kind of my leftover from my gas squad, this team I'm going to take is my leftover from my Jedi Knight Revan team. We'll just put Bastila as our lead, and hopefully that will be the extra protection will protect me from the AoEs from Wedge and Lando that can do so much damage. Let's go ahead and get Foresight up. Protected me from that damage. That was good. Yeah, I'm not anticipating this to be any issues. Probably a little bit of an overkill here. I am a little worried though because I dropped that one battle. So if he gets through me clean, he could still beat me. I don't anticipate him being able to clear me cleanly, but I mean, could happen. All right, let's see ships. What did he leave me? Anything juicy? Malevolence. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my Negotiator against his Malevolence, and then I'll use my Malevolence against his Home 1, and that can be scary sometimes, but I do have backup fleets that hopefully could clean up if I need to. His Malevolence is a little funky because he's got Spy and Sun Fact in there instead of having the Vulture Droid. So we will definitely show this squad respect, and we'll only leave one spot open, and hopefully that doesn't burn me. Ships are always this RNG fest, I feel like, and maybe that's just me not being very good or not being as good as I should be with them, but it's just, you have so little chance to practice because there are only 2 fleets that I ever see in my shard. So there's really no variation. It's just, go in there and take them out each time. I would love some other format. I mean, I guess Territory Wars, once in a while you come across, a guild that sets Home 1s or something, but I feel like the vast majority of the time I am just seeing Malevolences, Negotiators, and nothing else, and not really even having the opportunity to test anything else against them. Interesting. He has Empire. I guess he saved Empire for offense, but not the TIE Reaper. I was wondering if I wanted to call anybody there or not. He's getting close to his ultimate, I think. And once the ultimate goes off, then kind of all bets are off and people surviving anything. So let's see if we can't finish these guys off before the ultimate pops up. Excellent, very nice. Alright, so let's see if we can kill this Home 1 with our Malevolence. Hopefully it won't be any issues, but you just never know. I think I'm going to leave everything else on the bench in case I need to clean up. I'll bring that just in case. I'll either need it for sure, or I'll wish I would have left it. Who knows? Alright. The one I really want to get rid of first is the Y-Wing, because that disruptor thing that they do can be rough. Let's go ahead and AoE, because I didn't have any debuffs or anything. Ooh, and he got it on my Hyena Bomber. That was rough. Thankfully they aren't targeting him at the moment, but that's not good. So now I'm taunting, and Sunfat, get your taunt back up, please. Keep getting those buzz droids out there. Alright, nice. And we will bring Spy out so we can force the taunt onto the Falcon and see if we can blow him up. Missed a couple there. That sucks. Alright, let's stay on Falcon. 3 more dodges? 2 more dodges? Another dodge? Okay, so my forced taunt from Spy did nothing. And now I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball here. Let's take that target lock off him. And see if we can get the bigs. Got the stun at least. Okay. We lost our Sunfac. And things took a drastic turn for the worse there. Let's bring in our soldier and finish him off. Let's get some buzz droids there. Oh, that guy went down quick. Okay, that was good. I am close to my ultimate, it looks like. Let's get the buzzies out. Wow. Dodge again from the Falcon. That is just ridiculous. Yeah, one more turn. Let's see if I can get a stun. Got the stun at least. Now, can he dodge when he stuns? Oh, well, the stun's gone. Didn't dodge that this time. Nice. Alright, brought another victim out for me to do the ultimate on. Let's get rid of Falcon. This is not going to be good banners. 57, 58, something like that. 56, ouch. Okay, well, it's a win. It just feels like a loss. Alright, let's go back into the back zone and see what our toughest squads are that we need to mess with are. I'm going to say that his Geos are the toughest team he's got, so we'll tackle them first. We're going to go after them with my Padme. I've never done this. I think it works. I would just assume it works. Let's get rid of this. Let's go ahead and bring Spy out. And we've already got some debuffs that we can turn. And let's pile on. We just want to make sure we have our taunt up with Kenobi for that big hit from Spy. Oh, that was dumb. He wasn't taunting. Come on, come on. Think with your head. Right, let's get the healing back up. So far, not very smooth. They're not doing a ton of damage to me, but I am not doing much of anything to them either. And they just need to get off Anakin. That was decent. Let's go ahead and do that. Nice. So I had 22 stacks of courage there on Kenobi, which was very nice. 14 stacks. Nice. 13. All right. So it's all coming together in the end. Only a 51, but worked. Next toughest squad, I'm going to say, is probably Mon Mothma here. Well-geared Kara and Pow, but I have my CLS Chupio. It kind of saved a lot for offense, but that's just kind of how I'm gonna roll this week. Let's see if we can get Kara down before she gets her potency up, so then she can't res on her own. Well, Mon Mothma can bring her back, but let's see if big AoE can kill them all. Almost. And this will do it. So that was probably a little overkill, but glad it went well. Let's go ahead and go after Newt, and I've got my own Geos for that. This is one of my favorite counters because it just kind of intuitively works when they go after when Newt puts on the extortion. You're able to pay the extortion and still get the attacks off. We're gonna be stuck behind Nest here a little bit. That's fine. As soon as I get a Dispel here coming up. Oh, no. Let's see if we can just get Dooku out. There we go. Very nice. So this will take a little bit because I have to time it right to get another big hit off on Nest. But Nest is only gear 12. So I don't think it should be too bad. I just got to pay off all this extortion before it really starts being painful. I think that's all of it. Well, it was all of it. But we can go ahead and pay that one off and then heal up. Yeah, we'll take it. And let's heal it up. And get rid of Newt. And now it's just a timing thing. We're gonna hit her until, you know, she goes, and we gotta hope that when she goes that Spy is next, and we'll save the big hit until that happens. Although, look, that was pretty good right there. I wonder if I can just get it. Let's see if I can just get it. Nice, just end it early. All right, let's get the obligatory Nest solo out of the way on these Ewoks. hit the fast forward button and the auto. All right, so only a 55. They didn't have Paplu there, so there was no chance of any stuns or anything. And since this lock, I've actually got my nest up to relics finally. I think I've got her to relic 3 so far. I'll take her a little bit higher just because she offers the opportunity to always have a solo on a team. This last one, Separatist with Watt, I have my Bam. So I saved Bam for offense this time. Didn't know what I want to use them on, so I figure let's use them here. As you can see, I've got some other stuff that I could use. Turned out I had enough, which is great. Now, I've never played with Bam, so I'm going to read stuff. I apologize. Recover health, blah, blah, blah. So let's do special damage and stun, I guess. Great. And this one, physical damage, tenacity down, and taunts, recovers. We don't need to recover. Let's do that and taunt. And let's, I guess, go right into Whistling Birds. I don't know. We'll do that. And I guess that wasn't a good plan because the Whistling Birds aren't, we only have 5 stacks. Not a whole lot. So we're learning. Not what not to do at this point, but hopefully I have enough damage that I can get through Sunpack. I don't know, honestly. Let's do that again. I can see the benefit of having them on offense. They have a lot of healing capability. But the question is, at gear 12, does Beskar Armor Mando put out enough damage to be effective? I don't know the answer to that. It's not feeling like it at the moment. 5 stacks, 7 stacks this time. That's a little better. 8. Wow. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it on auto, maybe? Because we're 2 minutes in and I haven't really done anything. This is feeling like a loss. So let's put it on auto so it goes a little faster this time. I'm not in any danger of dying, but it doesn't feel like they are either. Yeah, I have 11 stacks that time. That was better. Oh, and got Sunfact. All right. I obviously just don't know what I'm doing yet. So let's go ahead and get Watt down, and then I can go ahead and get Poggle out of here. The nice thing, though, is that I'm gonna end with full health and protection, which is awesome. And I could just keep stunning, and eventually we'll get Poggle down. All right, so a little scary for me because I hadn't ever used them, don't know what I'm doing, but a win. All right, so finished up with a 2957. Dropped that one battle to the Jedi Knight Luke Gas Hoda team, and got a couple low banner wins also. My Fin Poe didn't do well, and that Malevolence battle didn't go well. I feel pretty good about that score though, 2957. You know, if he one-shot clears me, he definitely can still win, but we'll see if that happens. I will come back as soon as he's finished his attacks, and I'll let you know how it turns out. All right, we're back, and you can see we're in the review stage, and I thought that my opponent never came back to attack me, but in fact he did. He tried one time against my Darth Revan squad and failed, and just decided that he could not win, and so he gave up. And so that's that. We've got a final score of 2957 to 1266. I want to thank Glanton for the match. I want to thank you for setting such a tough defense. Really, definitely an exciting match for me. So appreciate that. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again in the next round.